Hard times have set in on the small rural town of Baxter Springs. With the closing of the area's largest employer, the mine, citizens were growing hungry with the lack of money to even buy themselves food. Then the local church pastor had an idea: put his little country farm to work to support his flock. This is the story of the church.
Well, good morning, everyone. Got up early and did some fishing here on the creek. And now I suppose it's time to get back to work. The guys are all at their productions this morning. They said they have quite a few pallets ready. So that's probably where we're going to go first. Go check out how many pallets. And we'll have to go get our other truck that we can load them on. But yes, it does look like they do have several pallets ready to go. So we'll get them loaded up and the wood chips loaded up. Sell those today. And I'm thinking this would be a good time to start putting in another field out here now that we have all this mowed up. So I'll probably start plowing it, and then we might actually run across the street and buy another field over there. Plus, in this episode, I would like to get a community center put in. So let's get it started. Well, if this is your first time joining us, my name is Brother Lawrence. I'm a small-time farmer here at Baxter Springs. I also am the local pastor of the church, and now I'm the proud owner of a few of these productions in town that we're helping put some of the town folk to work. You know, after the mine closed, some of them were in need of a job, so we found some businesses here that they can come in and help out on. So let me get some of these pallets loaded up, and then we will run them around to get sold. Of course, they didn't load too well. Let me see if I can try to shake it just enough that they strap in a little better. Of course, that's probably all I'm going to get. So strap them in like that, and we will run over to the next town over, sell this, and come back and get some of these fields put together. These wood chips are always our big money maker. I really like this truck. You know, anytime it hits a bump, it really likes to almost nosedive, it seems like. Let's see how much we can get out of it this time. Well, the first round was $69,000, another 46. But we got well over $100,000 out of that. Let's see if I can get these pallets down. So of course, in editing, I will put the total up there, but let's get over to the logistics and get these pallets dropped off. Now, if my math is right, next month our potato field should be ready. So I'm really looking forward to harvesting those potatoes. Let's see, 19,000, that's not a lot compared to the wood pellets, but I mean, almost 20,000 for that little bit. We have more pallets, you know, ready to go, and all it takes is wood chips to make them. So it's not too much work. Let's get back and we'll hop in the tractor, hook up to the plow, and start plowing that new field. I've been doing some thinking. I think this field right here would be a really good one to own. I mean, it's right across from the house. Get our hired hand out here. He can start combining this. We can come out here with the wood chipper, chop up some of those trees to clear a path, put a nice little driveway in, and he could be combining this while we plow that other field. And this we could turn into a nice grass field. I believe it's oats right now. Might be able to turn it into some flour also. See if I can find a nice flour mill to put in. Let me buy this and get the combine over here. I know this isn't the biggest combine around, but there is a bigger field across the street, and knowing this is so small, I really thought, you know, let's go with a smaller oat field. Now if I can just find a nice path through the trees without tearing stuff up. There we go. So, yeah, we went with the smaller of the two oat fields. I'll get this thing turned on and then let the hired hand do the rest. Yeah, he's moving right along. He's going to have a a load in no time. Trying to get some of these trees cleaned out so we can get a driveway in here. Now, he's got a pretty small capacity. Looks like he's about done with his second headland. I will finish this, go drop it off, and then we will hook up to the wagon and come over here and unload it. I've been doing some thinking this would be a good time to be able to get a bigger tractor, maybe a bigger plow. And we're starting to do quite a bit of new fields here. That was never the original plan of the farm. You know, wood chips have brought us, or wood pellets have brought us so much money. You know, we got to make sure we have enough money to put in that community center. But besides that, there's not much else we need. Of course, I need to tell this guy not to drive when I'm trying to unload. Forgot to turn that on. We'll get him unloaded and we might go tractor shopping. Well, I think this will be our new tractor, an Alice Chalmers 7080. It's got 181 horsepower, so I think that'll be plenty big enough to pull a bigger plow. It's going to cost us $75,000. Unfortunately, nothing is on sale when it comes to tractors. So we'll go ahead and purchase this one, and we'll find a plow to go with it. Well, I ended up going with a 7-meter matching set. Of course, it's a little bit different color orange. It's a little lighter color than the tractor, but I mean pretty close. My 7-meter cultivator by Alice Chalmers. It'll do the job. We'll go, looks like we need to unload the combine first, but we'll get this thing headed back to that field, start plowing it up, and go unload our hired hand. Turns out he was all finished up. Really didn't get a whole lot of oats out of this field like I thought. But before we drop this off, we might put in a production to be able to make something out of it. Some flour. There's so many other things we need to do first, so we'll just keep this in the wagon. If there's enough room in the wagon, that is. Come on. Come on, get it all in there. Please, please. Oh no, 63 liters to go. Can't even put the combine away. I'll get over there and we'll start plowing that field. Boy, this tractor sure roars. Sounds really good. Not sure how fast it's going to be able to pull it. Looks like it can go pretty quick. We did put the front weight on it. Make sure we don't have any issues there. We kind of wish it had a front 3-point so we could use it with the wood processor, but that's okay. We still have the little New Holland for that. This thing all plowed up. But we'll probably just plow what we did, you know, in the last episode, the mowing that we done. I mean, this will be a pretty good sized field. Probably just seeded in grass. And it's still a little light on power here. Maybe we're going up a hill. Yeah, we're going up a little bit, not too much. So we could have gone for a little bit bigger tractor, which, I mean, that's a pretty good sized plow for this tractor. But I will finish plowing this, and then we'll start working on that community center. I believe this is a good time to put in the community center before I spend too much money and don't have enough to build it. I think I'm going to put it over by the furniture factory. I think right here in this spot will go really well. Let me try to level the ground a little bit. Make sure that it's good enough that we don't mess everything up trying to put it in, but let me get this all finished up. And I think we're going to go with a red barn, a big old red barn. I think that'll look good for a community center. It'll kind of fit this community really well. It's more of a, you know, farming type community. So barns would look really good. I think a lot of people would come and use it. So, but let me get this leveled out and get it placed. Well, this is the new community center. Got some seating inside. A little ice cream place where they can pick up some ice cream. There's an upstairs also. We got this little dining hall here. If they come upstairs, there'll be a place for the youth to play games. So all they got to do is get some games, put it in here, and have a good old time. Well, this will be the new community center, something for the community to be able to use. A little bit of parking out here to the side, but I think that'll work for them. Well, let's get back to the farm. Right now, the hired hand is out planting grass in our new field, but we got some grain we need to haul away. As I was heading back to the farm, I realized, this would be a perfect spot. This is where we had our little Christmas get-together at. I think we're going to put a new mill in here, a grain mill that we can turn these oats into something we can use. So let me actually do that. This way we can have a couple more employees working over at the grain mill. I'll get us up to 12. Of course, that's $12,000 a month in operating expenses. This looks like a good spot to deliver it. Doesn't want to trip that, so let me turn it on and see where it goes. Turns out it was the right spot. It just needed to be opened. So let me go ahead and turn this new mill on. Make some oat flour. Got some nice graphics on it. Spinning mill and everything. Well, we'll finish dropping this off, then we'll go check and see how our hired hand is coming along. Looks like he needs refilled. So we'll get some more seed in him. So he ran out of fertilizer with just that little bit left. I'm not going to worry about trying to take care of that little bit. So we're going to call him done. Get this thing taken back to the house, and I think we're about to be ready to call it a day. One thing I do still want to get done before I go to sleep for the night is to load out this milk. They got 20,000 liters of milk already. Let's go ahead, fire this thing up, and start loading some milk. Can't remember how much this little tank will hold. Whew, didn't realize there's such a low spot there. If we don't get the pickup stuck. And it looks like it's going to be clear full. We're going to run this thing into the farmer's market and go ahead and sell what we have. Now, let's see what we can get out of that 20,000 liters of milk. Yeah, 44,000. That's pretty good. We just have 12 cows, so I mean, that's probably paid for the cows already. Of course, we've got a little feed in them, but nothing much. We'll go back to the farm, call it a night, and we'll see you guys in the morning. Well, good Sunday morning to ya. Hop in our pickup here, get it fired up. Start heading into church. We did have $179,816 worth of products sold yesterday. So it'll be $17,981 in tithes, plus another $12,000 in labor because we have the 2 new employees working the new mill. So I mean, our operating expenses are going up, but we're also making more and more money on products. Not sure what we're going to get out of the new flour that we're doing. I think that'll be good. So let me subtract this money off. Remove money, well, the $17,981 in tithes, plus subtract another $12,000 in labor expenses. Perfect. Leaves $104,041. Well, that should do it for this episode here on the church. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, have a blessed day and bye-bye.
Verily I say unto you, whosoever shall not receive the kingdom of God as a little child shall in no wise enter therein.